What's going on, people? Myke C-Town here. Just got home. I'm drunk as hell. So I figure I may as well do a vinyl vid. Why not? I'm not doing anything else. What? Let's just get going, man, because I have a lot of records to go through because I want to start getting to the point where I'm regular again and showing you stuff that I'm buying more recent. First record I'm going to show you, this is Blonde Redhead, Misery is a Butterfly. It's probably my favorite record by them. It's a great mix of like Radiohead mixed with like Sonic Youth, maybe with a little bit of Mercury Rev. This is a bit of an acquired taste. You know, the female vocals are fine, but the male vocals are real weird. They take a little bit of getting used to. When I first heard them, I thought they were fucking terrible. And, you know, now I think they're fantastic. So, so yeah, give these guys a shot if that description sounds interesting to you. Cool insert, nothing terribly special. Yeah, that's it. By the way, I'm going to try to speed up my pace on these because, you know, I got a lot of records I want to show you, so I may not sit here and talk as extensively as I've done in the past. So, just so you're aware of what's going on. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Boogie Down Productions, Ghetto Music, the Blueprint of Hip Hop. Great hip hop if you feel like learning some shit. This is one of those records that is not a bump in the whip record, you know what I mean? This is the epitome of why KRS-One is referred to as the teacher. You know, this record is a school lesson put to music. Man, who remembers the song Jack of Spades from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker? She's the Jack of Spades. Jack, 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 Jack. Yeah, if you see this for cheap, grab it. Right, Faith? Right? Faith loves Boogie Down Production. Yeah. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Boris Praparat. I bought this when I saw Boris, thank God, because I've seen this record go for like 150 bucks and up. And I think I paid maybe $35 for this record. It's really cool though. It's mostly instrumental shoegaze. Not too heavy except for a few moments here and there. It's really ethereal. But yeah, this is actually, to be honest, one of my favorite Boris records to listen to. There's nothing really special to talk about as far as the layout goes. I'm not exactly sure what this is limited to, so I'm not positive as to why this costs so much money to buy. But yeah, if you can find this and you can find it for a decent price, you should definitely buy it because it's a really cool album. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Boris Absolute Go. Not one of my favorite Boris releases. In fact, I don't really care for this record at all. It's just really sludgy, noisy feedback, the whole thing. Not something I'd care to listen to. You know, I'm not really that big into just straight up noise. If anyone has anything they want to trade for this album, it's in, I'd say, near mint condition. No scratches, no dings. I think this is on, oh, it's actually on red vinyl. So yeah, so if anybody has anything they want to trade, and look, before you start going through your fucking your Hall & Oates records and your goddamn your Michael McDonald LPs, look, no, man. Don't be fucking offering me some bullshit. Last time I offered up a trade, I had dudes offering to give me shit that I can find at the fucking record store for 50 cents. Alright? I'm not stupid. I'm not a noob. I'm not the smartest guy in the fucking world, but I'm not the dumbest either. So don't try to offer me some garbage. I know what I have. I know what I'm interested in. You know, so yeah, if you have some cool records that you'd like to trade, granted, this is not a super rare record, but, you know, it's also not something that, you know, you can go to a pawn shop and get for pennies. So yeah, Boris Absolute Go. If this is your thing and you want to trade, hit your boy up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is David Bowie, Scary Monsters. This is one of the better David Bowie records, in my opinion. You know, I know people are partial to Ziggy Stardust, of course, but yeah, this I like better for some reason. Bowie's one of those dudes where I'm listening to it and I'm always like, why the fuck am I listening to this? Like, it's a little upbeat for my taste, but I still really enjoy his records because it's like the inherent weirdness of the albums just keep my attention, you know? And this is one of those records that it's got the really nice level of accessibility, but it's also got that really nice level of weird. Right, Faith? Right. So yeah. Yeah, David Bowie, Scary Monsters. Next record I'm going to show you, this is David Bowie, Young Americans. This is one of the more interesting David Bowie records as well. It's not quite chaotic as his other records. It's a bit more smooth. Some of it's a bit funky. Across the Universe is still one of my favorite David Bowie tracks. You know, nothing's gonna change the world. Great song. So yeah, if you're not familiar with David Bowie, I don't know if I would recommend this one over Scary Monsters, but I don't know. Either one of these, I think, would do you well. So yeah, David Bowie, Scary Monsters, and Young Americans. Pick one of these motherfuckers up. Or pick them both up, boy. Pick them both up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Vashti Bunyan. Lookaftering, I guess is how you pronounce that. Great old school folk with psychedelic touch to it. Frail vocals, minimal instrumentation. Mostly acoustic guitar, some piano, and I believe maybe some other light strings. The voice on here is just absolutely beautiful, man. I think if you're a fan of Shirley Collins or some of the earlier Joanna Newsom records, I think you'd really dig this. This came out back when the whole freak folk thing was really, really popping. So if that's your taste, you know, the whole Devendra Banhart and Vetiver, and when all those bands were coming out, if that's your thing, I think you should definitely give this a shot. Nice little drawing there, some lyrics. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Cabaret Voltaire, Red Mecca. This is recently reissued. I don't know if this is an original press, but this is one of the older pressings of this record. Great old school industrial music. If you're a fan of Throbbing Gristle, Halfler Trio, that kind of stuff, then I think you'd really dig this. This is the same kind of stuff. The noisy loops, the bizarre beats, even more bizarre vocals. One of my favorite albums by them. So yeah, if you can find this, if you get the original or if you get the repress, I think you'd really be stoked on this because it's a fantastic record if you like old school industrial. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Cabaret Voltaire, Drinking Gasoline. This is another fantastic record in the realm of old school industrial. This is a bit more beat oriented, not so many noisy loops. You can listen to this, in my opinion, and you can kind of see where 9 Inch Nails got their sound from. Like, a lot of this stuff sounds a lot like what 9 Inch Nails ended up doing. You can tell this is a band that Trent Reznor was a big fan of. But, I don't know, pretty cool record. If you can find this for a decent price and you like old school industrial, you should definitely pick this up. I don't think it's really hard to find. My copy is a little bit beat up, but that's alright. That's alright. Hey, it's just tight steel. Next record I'm going to show you, this is motherfucking Carcass, Surgical Steel. This was one of my favorite albums of 2013. This is number 153 out of 200. Nothing to really say about this. Every song on here fucking kills. Sure, it's not the perfect mix of necroticism and hard work like everybody wanted, but I think they gave you a natural progression from hard work, with still a little bit of swan song thrown in there. Really cool layout there. This nice dirty ass, like, weird greenish vinyl. Yeah, Carcass, Surgical Steel. I don't think I should have to tell you that you need to own this record. If you do not right now and you are a fan of death metal, you're fucking up if this is not in your collection. Get your shit straight, bruh. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Johnny Cash, The World of Johnny Cash. This is his 34th album. It's weird just saying that, man, 34 albums. But yeah, this is some originals, a lot of covers. I'm So Lonesome, I Could Cry by Hank Williams. which, to be honest, that track is not much different from Hank Williams' version. He didn't really add too much of his own spin on that record. But I'm not even sure if that was really that popular back then. If you covered a song, I think you just covered the song. Sorry, my motherfucking phone's going off. It's got a nice cover of In Them Cornfields Back Home by, which is a Leadbelly song. It's kind of funny hearing Johnny Cash covering that song considering subject matter. But yeah, I love these old vintage inserts, you know. They just look so fucking cool. And records like this, I think I've said before that I kind of like when they're a little bit worn. Like when they're a little bit worn, but they're not completely ragged out. They show their age, but they show that the person, whoever had this, knew that he had something that he should take care of, or she should take care of. But yeah, it's a little bit old, but it's still in great condition. So yeah. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Cave In Until Your Heart Stops. This is a record that my homeboy 3 Creation gave me when I was in Tampa. But yeah, Cave In's always been one of my favorite bands. This particular era, Cave In, is back when they were kind of Converge clones. It's pretty heavy, and this is back when hardcore was still really interesting. When they were adding metal elements and it wasn't corny. You know, back before every fucking band wanted to sound like At the Gates. Yeah, if you like Converge, I can't really see you not liking this record. You know, my fucking jam was Moral Eclipse. I think, yeah, is that the one that's like... Talk about fucking mosh, man. Great track. But yeah, cool layout here. Some kind of weird, creepy, gross pictures a la Carcass. But yeah, thanks, Austin. Next record I'm gonna show you, this is Christian Death's Ashes. Man, this is one of the most underrated Christian Death albums there is. Mark my words. This is back when Roz Williams was still working with Valor and Gaetan Damone. This is before he left Christian Death alone, and Valor stole the name and went on to produce some of the most awful goth rock records ever created. But anyway, this record, fucking amazing, man. Dark ambient pieces, piano pieces, some great post-punk sounds. Super dark, a bit noisy, spooky, just all goth, man. Some of Roz's best lyric work, too. This is a really cool edition of this record that's actually on clear vinyl, and it comes with this really cool book, man. It's so hard to show these kind of things, but yeah, it's got a lot of pictures, lyrics. Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome. If you can find this edition, I think you should definitely pick this up. I don't know what this is limited to or if it's even limited, but either way, I love me some Christian Death, and this is one of my favorite albums of theirs. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Church of Raism. This record's incredible, you know? Picture Non mixed with Current 93 mixed with Throbbing Gristle, which that description sounds fucking incredible, doesn't it? Yeah, that's because this record is fucking incredible. It has Rose McGowan on it, who's worked quite a bit with Douglas Pierce. He's also worked with Boyd Rice. Spell was the name of that group. She's also, I believe, been on quite a few Current 93 records. It also has Robert Young, who was in Primal Scream, which at first thinking about that, it's like, oh, that's weird. But no, if you really listen to Primal Scream albums, they were pretty goddamn bizarre. So yeah, this is a great record if you can find it. Next record I'm going to show you is Wild in the Streets, running, wild in the streets, running. This is Circle Jerks, Wild in the Streets. I mean, do I really have to say that this is the singer of the band Off? I mean, do I have to do that? I mean, I just did, but I shouldn't have to, right? Similar, if you like Black Flag, Adolescence, The Germs, this is just classic fucking punk rock. A lot of people didn't like this record. in comparison to their debut album, Group Sex. But I think this record's fantastic, man. So yeah, I think you should pick this up if you see it. If your ass is punk fucking rock, if you got green hair, if you got a mohawk, if you got some motherfucking spikes on your bracelet, and you don't own some goddamn circle jerks, hey man, you a motherfucking poser. Alright, you green Charlotte loving fucking sack of fucking mall punk doo-doo. Circle jerks wild in the streets. Next record I'm gonna show you, this is Clay Rendering, Vengeance Candle. I actually picked this up from this metal distro, kind of just on a whim. To be honest, I needed another record to balance out the shipping, and I was like, oh, this sounds interesting after listening to a track or two. Got the record, blown away. Fucking awesome. Very dark, minimal wave, a lot of really cool feedback as opposed to just like straight noise. You know, mix that with something you may have heard on Project Records in like the 90s. And you have this band. It's also on Hospital Productions, which is Dominic Farrow from Purient and Ashpool, and he also was in Cold Cave. It's his label. So, yeah, awesome record. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Coco Brothers, Rude Awakening. First record under the name Coco Brothers, after they had to change it from Smif-n-Wessun. I don't remember why they had to change it, but either way, I got this at like some thrift store for, I don't know, maybe $2 or $3. Same place I got that Clips record that I showed you guys. Same place I got the Ant Banks record that I showed you guys. I've just lucked up like a motherfucker at that thrift store. This is just basically dope 1990s boom bap. Hardcore beats, hardcore rhymes, just classic shit, man. Good fucking record. So if you can find this for a decent price and you like that classic 90s boom bap sound, I mean, I think this is fucking essential. So yeah, Coco Brothers, Rude Awakening. Next record I'm gonna show you, this is Cocteau Twins, Akea, Guinea. I love the Cocteau Twins, you hear me? I think this EP is just absolutely beautiful, melancholic, emotional, just beautiful shoegaze post-rock. Just a fantastic EP. If you like shoegaze and you don't know Cocteau Twins, please get your mind right! Cocteau Twins. Next record I'm going to show you, this is another Cocteau Twins album. This is the Spangle Maker. More amazing shoegaze. Great shoegaze guitar elements. Beautiful vocals, man. Just, she's one of my favorite vocalists. Like her voice is just absolutely incredible, and it just floats so well with the music. Beautiful, ambient. Man, just get up on this, bruh. Get up on this Cocteau Twins shit, man. Last record I'm going to show you in this edition of the vinyl shit. This is Coil The Snow EP 12-inch remixes. The Snow EP, for all of you guys who are familiar with Coil, you know that EP. This is when they were transitioning over to kind of more of a house music sound, which is one of their more interesting sounds. You know, they were pretty much the godfathers of that house music sound. Kind of laid the foundation for that sound. I'm not too much into house, but this is so weird that it works for me, you know? Beat driven, but still has some interesting sound layers in the background that just make you love this if you're into ambient music. So yeah, this is Coil, the Snow EP. Really cool stuff. And that's it for this edition of the vinyl shit. Hopefully I didn't go too fast. I'm trying to cram as many records as possible into these videos from now on, just so you can see what your boy got. So yeah, wrapping this up. Thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you, and hopefully I will have another one of these videos next week. Alright? You know how we do in these streets. Peace, bitches.